advantage. I feel like, they can't really let RedZone have Aries again because Aries did so much work that game. He found so many pickoffs. Um, WRX, they just kept getting caught out by the Aries. So I feel like they either need to ban it or they need to pick it. Uh, Probably pick it, though, I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like any team that is able to play Ares should probably pick it. It's just such a good hero. But I definitely think Red Zone has a great understanding of how to use Ares and its ultimate. And just a note for you guys, so you guys aren't freaking out in chat, but we're just waiting on one more player now, and the game should start here at any moment. So hopefully that will get underway very shortly. Other than that, though, I believe that, yeah, Ares. I mean, if they're not able to play it and don't know how to play it in a draft, maybe they should just ban it. But definitely a top pick in my opinion. And even though he did get nerfed, we didn't see him in any of the game ones. But I do believe he's still up there for one of the strongest picks.
Yeah, definitely. We saw like how like dominant Ares can actually be, even with his nerfs. Like even though he doesn't do as much damage, he's still really really tanky, and just having the ability to catch people out around the map is just huge. And one item I really really like on him is the Vengeful Deity, because yeah, he lacks damage, but if you can get reflect and force the person you're taunting to do damage back to himself, that's pretty big, especially for blowing someone up right away. And it looks like all the players are in the lobby, just waiting on one player to hit that ready button.
Yep. He did say one moment, so you might have to wait a moment here, guys. But who knows what a moment is for them, um, guys. But going back, yeah, to what you're saying, I do think we haven't seen a lot of deity being picked up. It did get nerfed as an item, just by 0.5 seconds of duration though, so I don't think it's the biggest nerf ever. And I haven't really seen, any pickups actually of Vengeful Deity. I think I saw maybe one in the first series, but other than that, I haven't seen any reflection going on.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I feel like that item is just so dominant, especially on tanks, because you are that far into the backline, and a lot of carry players are kiting against you, and the deity definitely allows the some space. It gives you a lot of space. Carries can't blow you up as fast, because if they even try and target you, they're doing the same amount of damage back to themselves. So I feel like it buys you a lot of space as a tank, and it really allows you to get far into that backline. But yeah, I agree. We haven't really seen too much deity. I'd like to see teams start picking up a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree, and we are just waiting on. It looks like one of the players actually left the lobby, so he should be back here any moment. Let's hope, because everyone else is ready. So I'm sure when this player does come back in, um, the game will get underway as soon as possible. But other than that, looking at draft though, RZ just played it so well. I don't know. I'm not sure what WRX needs to do. Yeah, they had the Ares that did a lot of work for them, but they also played a lot of other heroes and played them pretty well. They didn't really seem to have any lapses or any players that were weak on certain heroes. So
Oh, I think they're actually waiting for another player to come online. I'm pretty sure that was a player swap there.
uh
They're probably using their sub, or maybe switching to one of their main players. But we are going to hop right into this game. Aries instantly banned by WRX. That's what we were talking about. It needs to be either banned or picked.
yep, and he is
Instantly
banned.
bans. Yep, he's banned.
Lotus being banned, very strange coming out, and WRX actually banning the Cowcat, which is strange because they could first pick it here if they want and make Art Red Zone ban it, but maybe playing a little bit of mind games here. Who knows? Looks like Apollo might be the next ban for WRX. Mikio does get banned for Red Zone. Very strong assassin type hero.
Yeah, Mikio is definitely being used a lot more in NA than I think any other region. I think actually Southeast Asia used it a lot also, but there's the Electros ban, third ban.
Yeah, did do a lot of work in that game, and Guan Yu being picked or being banned as well. So who do you think WRX is gonna first pick here? Possibly a Poseidon, as we see. Yeah, there it is. Poseidon is just a strong pick, but hopefully Tyrius doesn't miss his ultimate as he did on that Pandora last game. Really hoping that he could possibly change the tides, if you know what I mean, of this next game.
Yeah, and just miss it. You can't miss those ults, especially when they're so game changing. I don't. I think he landed one ult last game out of like 10, so he really needs to
Ooh,
step it
Bruce
up.
Lee being picked up here. It's Bruce Lee being picked up here. We're gonna see the first Bruce Lee. Are you hyped now? I know I'm hyped now. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Bruce Lee's a super like well-rounded hero, and he's still playmaking. He has so much mobility. He's able to fast clear, and also for ganks, because he has so much mobility, he's able to get behind people and kick them back, which is very, very interesting. I'm really excited to see how he's going to fit into the certain team comp that they're running.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Bruce Lee in this game. But Una and Apollo, some of the last picks there for WRX. We also see RedZone pick up the S-Wrath and Wolfram. And I like that. I like S-Wrath a lot. But it looks like this Wolfram and Bruce Lee might be building more into that tanky bruiser build, as S-Wrath is much more of a damage dealer, kind of an assassin hero. So we're gonna see, but they definitely have a lot of poke with Freya and Crystal being able to blow up targets that S-Wrath might ulti up into the air.
Yeah, and I think that's the first Diana of the tournament, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it might be one of the first Dianas of. No, it isn't. Definitely isn't. We've definitely seen Dianas in I think EU, but definitely one of the first Dianas we've seen in a while.
Welcome.
So hoping that
Heroes evolved.
let's see if they can change our minds on how Diana works. But they have two, I guess, carries on one Diana and one Pyrus, so kind of strange here. Double ADC lineup from WRX, and they're gonna get initiated on here in the early game. Snook actually gets caught out once again. Lotus trying to do some damage back onto Saxo, but not able to. They get 2 kills for Freya, and this is already looking like a disaster for WRX. And it's good for Brian to go up here and steal that buff, because I mean they just stole their buff, so they need to do something about that. Wolfram with this speed buff gonna be able to run around this jungle and actually take a lot of camps here.
I'm excited to see how Bruce Lee is going to trade against this Diana. Ooh.
Yeah, look at him go.
There.
Cool looking guy. I wish I had abs like that. That's for sure.
Yeah,
hey, I can have them in the game. I can have them in the game if I pick them, so there you go. He does use his shield there. Ooh, nice little kick there from him. And then this top lane, Pyrus is pushing out. So how do you feel about this double AD carry lineup with an Apollo and, Poseidon possibly peel in for them?
It's interesting. I really don't know how it's gonna work out for them, but we've seen double AD carries before. They just have to use it correctly. They're gonna have to split push a majority of the game. They can't really fight right off
Bruce
the
Lee
bat.
goes in onto this, and then you get the kill with Crystal, so that's another kill going in favor of RedZone, and they do so well there. They actually bring the S-Wrath down in that bottom lane to still put presence, so they don't really realize the Bruce Lee rotates mid, and he actually ends up getting the kill. Trying to go on Brian in the top lane, but he actually does just back up. So good all-around play there from RedZone. Great movement.
Oh, Bruce Lee though.
Shield, wow, and he does kick back. Good play there from him.
So much mobility on that hero. I really like people play Bruce, but it looks like Wolfram does port in the bot lane, taking a lot of poke though. He's got to be careful.
Good poke there from Freya. They are going to dive onto this. It seems like there is 4 of them. Lotus dropping so low. They do jump onto him, get the kill, making it 4-0 for RedZone. Bruce Lee looks like he is going to TP top as no one is there. There's lots of farm there, so good on him in their jungle right now as well. Trying to get some poke up from Una. They're actually going to all rotate mid. They know there's a lot bottom, so they're going to get a lot of damage on there.
Dragon is spawning. And Bruce Lee does get a defense buff, which is going to be really nice to dive in those backlines and try and line a nice kick.
Yeah, I agree. He is over Dragon right now, standing over him, not afraid of the Dragon. He is Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he is the Dragon Fist.
Very true. Dragon doing a lot of damage to SRath as he was solo there, and I feel like WRX should start doing this Dragon. They know that there's 2 bottom, they know there's 1 mid, and 3 of them could have actually just started that Dragon and possibly took it. I think that's a bit of a misplay there. They're actually going to try to go onto this bottom lane, which is strange to me, because I think it's much better to take a Dragon than take a fight right now. And if you see this rotation from Bruce Lee, not able to actually find out the Una and SRath split pushing in this top lane.
Yeah, Wolfram's actually starting the Dragon right here. That's SRath, he's gonna rotate towards it. They might be able to do this. I'd like to see Una. Yeah, she does drop her ult in the pit. She might actually secure it.
Yeah, it might, and they actually will. They actually will secure it. So Dragon does fall in the favor of WRX. Oh wait, did they steal it? No, they got it, right?
No, WRX got it.
Yeah, Pirates got it. Just making sure. It seemed like they. It showed up as red when they're on blue side.
Bruce with the attack buff. He is going in. Oh, and there's the big ult by SRath. So much damage. Bruce in a lot of trouble though. Will he land the kick? He knocks him up. Apollo, there's the kick. Nice little damage there.
And he jumps over the wall as well to actually escape. So they get a kill. They get 2-for-1 trade here in this team fight. Definitely some crazy plays coming out there. SRath landing a great ultimate for the team to just follow up, and Bruce Lee landing the kick to just ultimately finish off Brian on the Apollo.
Has been destroyed.
6-1 now the score. 4K gold lead going in favor of RedZone.
We haven't seen too much from Crystal this game. She's just been split pushing the entire game.
Yeah, and they are going to go on this Apollo. Good push, or a good jump in by Brian. He actually jumps in onto Ben. Both have normal human names, I guess, as their nicknames. So good plays there from both of those heroes. Brian gonna jump in on this Apollo. Not able to actually do anything to Saxo, as he does have the defense buff on the side of RedZone.
Oh, fight in the top lane. Apollo gonna get blown up. Big ult by SRath there. And oh my, there's 3 people getting absolutely destroyed. Diana as well.
But it doesn't really do anything. They're gonna keep going on Poseidon. Are they gonna dive here? They do dive on the fire. Do kick him up in the air, and he does end up falling. Good dive there. And he's actually gonna kick him. I feel like, oh, he misses it. I think Ryder missed his kick, and they're actually gonna go fight, and they are gonna finish him off. Both Wolfram and Bruce Lee are gonna jump in there and get the kill on the back line. So 11-1 here, the score. Definitely WRX, the game is falling out of their favor right now. Just seems to be standard right now, trying to defend their towers. No towers down for WRX. They do have 1 dragon, but I'm not sure that dragon gold is enough for them to keep them in this game. They need to start getting aggressive, start making some of their own plays.
Your fort has been destroyed.
Good stun there from Diana.
Taking that bot tower pretty easy. They're gonna group as 5 though. It looks like there might be a big team fight here. SRath actually going in, landing a big ulti, followed up by Bruce Lee, but the AoE damage from Crystal is huge. Poseidon, he's in there. He's taking so much damage. He's got to retreat. And that's a 2-for-1 trade.
Crazy there. Saxo goes in so low. Does land a huge ulti onto 2. Good follow up from Bruce Lee. Brian does jump in here though. He does actually get absolutely dominated by Freya. Freya absolutely kills that hero as well to end up falling. Tyrion's gonna try to run. Poseidon so low, can't escape. Bruce Lee comes in and gets the kill. Good play there from Bruce Lee. And he's definitely doing some work this game. And score now 16-2 in favor of RedZone. Some of the items out for. I'm not really sure I like this double attack range carry comp from WRX. Doesn't just give them, it just doesn't give them enough, you know, CC and vulnerable and being vulnerable in these fights, and they do take Zakar here on the side of RedZone.
Yeah, it just doesn't provide too much for team fights. Yeah, they have damage, but you know, like
But they don't
because they're
want
so squishy, like they just get blown up instantly, so the damage doesn't even really matter. It looks like they're gonna go on to bot lane. Bruce Lee is gonna dive in. Esraf looking for an ulti here. Will he turn around and get it? Diana gets absolutely destroyed. Bruce Lee in there. Esraf big ulti destroys him. Frozen Scepter going down, and
5-man wipe. This might be game here, Sean, as they do all 5 dying. WRX 21-2. Can RedZone take this? And they are. And looks like they're gonna go for the win here. No one responding until 7 seconds, which is just the Diana. Bruce Lee is tanking this. Does use his little jumps to the side to get off the tower. And Diana gonna try to defend this by himself. Gets destroyed by both Freya and Crystal in game 2. Easily and steadily going in the way.
Victory.
Oh, my mic cut out. Sorry. Going in the way of RedZone. Well played by them in this game.
yeah, there's a little bit of a stomp there. 22-2. It just seemed like, you know, WRX, they did try something different. You know, they tried the double ADC, but because they were so squishy and, you know, they couldn't output enough damage to kill all the tanks that were jumping onto them, it was pretty much a disaster. Their team was just so squishy, they couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah, very, very rough for WRX. Their draft definitely looked a little better with the Apollo, Una, and Poseidon, but I really feel like if they picked up something like a Wukong or some other sort of, you know, assassin or someone that can create some space for them, would have been a lot better. But the double ADC definitely did not work in their favor. And just, you know, looking at the stats here, we can see Una did the most hero damage, obviously, with that ult being so effective, but definitely not doing enough damage, as we could see the damage coming up from Crystal and Freya just being so much higher with 14 and 15k. So well played there from RedZone. An easy 2-0 game sweep for them, and it's going to lead us to our next series, which I think will be between Galaxy versus Latos. That will be the next series, guys. I'm not sure how long it will be. As soon as we find out, we will let you guys know. Other than that, though, what did you think about both of these teams? Okay. Other than that, I'll just say what I thought about both these teams. RedZone definitely looked like the more comfortable team playing in this game. Definitely, you know, took advantage of the game, rotated very well. This Bruce Lee ganking very early on in this game, just allowing them to get these early picks and kill heroes all around the map. So well played there by RedZone.
Sorry about that. I think my internet kind of cut out for a second there.
No worries. Other than that, guys, we will be back shortly. As soon as we find out any information, we will let you guys know. But the next series will be Galaxy versus Latos. So other than that, guys, happy to see Bruce Lee finally picked up and doing so well. Maybe we can see more of him coming up. I guess we'll find out. Stick around, guys. We'll be back shortly.